All right, cool. So we got two. You guys see them? Two knives. You could win one. You could win one.
Loaded for bear, loaded for bear. He ain't got a reason, he ain't got a care, 'cause he's loaded for bear, loaded for bear.
Hey everybody, thank you for coming back to Surviving the Apocalypse with Lou. I hope you're surviving the apocalypse all right. Today we are going to talk about knives. Whoa, probably a lot of people think it's the most important survival tool when you're out in the woods. I disagree. You know what's the number one survival tool? It's your brain. I'm being cheeky. You already get it. But knives are pretty great for a couple of reasons. One, you can stab people with them, although 9 times out of 10 when you're using your knife in the woods, you're probably not going to be stabbing people. But, you know, it's a nice option to have. If you have to stab somebody at close range, I'd say knife is up there. Spear's pretty great. I guess you could go with, I don't know, sharp rock would do it. But other things you can do with a knife in a survival situation is if you're into bushcrafting, what's up, what's up? I'm not talking about getting it together in the 80s. You know what I mean, ladies? Okay? Yeah, I guess you do. But the cool thing about a knife is you can make all kinds of other tools with it. You can skin animals with it. You can take bigger sticks and whittle them into smaller sticks, which, you know, that's a thing. And if you read up on it, I saw a dude on the YouTubes. He's on here. Maybe I'll try and find it and link it in the description or whatever. This dude walked into the forest with a knife, and by like day 3 from bushcrafting, he's like, check out this city I built. I'm like, what, dude? You did all that with a knife? It's wow, dude. He was taking bark off trees and making bowls and shit. But I swear to God, by the end of the week, he had like a Flintstones car. Anyways, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you my favorite knife I take out in the woods quite a bit. It's good for stabbing, bushcrafting, and everything in between, right? And I'm 100% not sponsored by them, as you guys can probably tell. But I like to use the Gerber Strongarm. I don't know what the steel quality is. It's a 420 or 440. I don't know. I'm not a knife steel nerd. There's plenty of them on here too. All I know is it holds the edge pretty damn good. You can sharpen it pretty easily at home, and it's really in between like a K-bar killing people knife and then one of them fat bushcrafting like kookaree type of deals where you're like, it's 48 inches long. It's a bushcrafting sword. No, I like the Gerber Strongarm because it's right in the middle of all that nonsense. It's and it's not super expensive. So if you like this at the end of the video, you can buy one. And then you can buy some aftermarket parts, which I'll show you as well, what I did to mine to make it just a little bit more survivable. So, hell yeah, everybody, let's get into knives, huh?
All right, so first thing you're going to want to do is pick yourself up a Gerber Strongarm. I think they retail for about $70. It's not too bad. It's a solid knife right there. Next, you're going to want to get yourself a ferro rod. You can get those off Amazon. Big old ones off Amazon, pretty cheap, 2-pack there. 550 paracord. I actually picked that up at a Meijer, and it's a little bit thicker than regular 550. Next, you're going to want to get yourself some gear ties. Hit up your local Home Depot. If you're a smelly bastard, you can go to Lowe's. And the last thing, I like to have some washers, right? These are plastic little guys, but I guess you could use nuts or just anything. But there's the full spread for you. Not too bad. Again, solid knife. The scabbard's a little weird, but it's modular. If you want to put it on a vest, you can do that. But other than that, pretty quality. I got it because, again, I like the blade itself. It's good for bushcrafting. Everything else here is going to be about $13 total, or I have no idea. Just steal it if you're really having trouble. But so now we can see the first thing I'm going to do is take the paracord, and I like to wrap it around the handle of the blade, and I do that by having an anchor tie amount, or rather, like, you know, you can see here I'm having trouble there, but yeah, there you go. You put your first piece of string down the tang of the blade, and as you can see, I was having a real tough time with the paracord, and then for whatever reason, I thought it'd be a great idea to get a duller, smaller knife to try and cut the paracord when there was a sharp Gerber in front of me. So yeah, that's my dull Crenshaw. Frayed the shit out of the ends there. So grab yourself a lighter, and with paracord, if it's that nylon stuff, you can burn it and then kind of pinch it shut. But here's the thing. If you do that, make sure you lick your fingers before you do that, get them nice and wet, and then pinch it shut. If you don't do that, you will burn the hell out of your thumb. I did last week, and you see the scar right there. So, yeah, just make sure you wet your thumbs after you burn and pinch your paracord shut. So I got both sides done there. We've got about 6 foot worth of paracord. That's what you're going to want for a knife here. Honestly, having cordage in a survival situation, I didn't know anything about building shelters before the virus hit, or really anything. You know, I'm an idiot that picked up a lot of books and want to see how to survive in the wilderness. But the thing about having cordage is you can use it for so much when you're out and about building shelters and helping secure stuff together. So having about 6 foot on you and just as much as you can in kind of a concealable way is great. Now, you can see there I'm just kind of corkscrewing it down the handle. We'll speed it up here because you don't need to see the whole process. You get the idea if you're making it yourself. And once you work it all the way around the handle there, you're going to have about, I don't know, 7 to 8 inches of paracord left. Hell if I know. Now, feed it through the opposite way of the eye hole there. Now, here's where I ran into the problem because it's a little bit thicker. It's a cheaper paracord from Meyer. My bad. So I had to get a paper clip there and kind of MacGyver this through. Join me next week when I build an airplane with the same products. But so I grabbed a paper clip and I just poked it through the paracord there and just fed it on through like a seamstress sewing uniforms together for the boys in WW Deuce. And my God, Grandma was proud. So now that we have the paracord all wrapped around the handle of the knife, to secure the actual strings or cordage, I like to put the washer on first, and you can see I have problems, so I have to feed it through with the MacGyver paper clip again. And then I like using just a double knot, or it's a regular knot, but you double it up there. You see. And reason being, and why I put the washer on the paracord is the harder that washer tugs on the end of that knot once it's done, the tighter it actually makes the knot. So having something on there is going to really keep that knot from coming loose on you if you're hiking around or just using daily use out of that knife. So next up, we got ourselves the ferro rod, how we're going to secure that. I like having my ferro rod attached to the actual hilt or sheath of my survival knife. And here's the thing, when you're out and about, carry a lighter or matches or something, all right? You don't need to be using your ferro rod every time you go in the woods. Realistically, you only want to be using a ferro rod in a survival situation or if you're field testing your gear like I did. I don't know how to use any of this shit, so obviously I was testing it all the time. But when I'm putting together a survival blade like this, it's like I'd rather have it on there secure, and then if I need to get it off, well then we'll deal with that later. So I tie my ferro rod on there, same double knot washer setup, to the end of the scabbard there on the end of the molly holes or whatever that is. And now it's kind of loose, and to keep it on, I'm going to use these gear ties. And reason being is, again, you're not going to pull it out all the time to be using it. If you're in a survival situation where you need to be using your ferro rod all the time, you might want to have it off your knife blade anyways and kind of on your pocket or on your person with using a lanyard, using some of that cordage. So I use these gear ties, and in between the belt loop attachment and the actual scabbard itself, I put the first gear tie up top, and then the second gear tie that's really going to keep it on there, I put it on the bottom. And with the Gerber Strongarm, you do have a lot of modular attachments. So in this setup, I have it so you could still have the knife on your belt with that plastic attachment on the other side there of the scabbard. But realistically, I like to hold my knives either on my bag or on my hip using a belt loop. Now, I did make 2 knives for the giveaway here, and you can see me wrapping the cordage around that second one right there. And now I got to use my fancy new camera and the 35mm glass to show y'all those 2 knives.
All right, cool. So we got 2. You guys see them? 2 knives. You could win one. You could win one. Technically, we got 3. This one's mine, though. I'm keeping my knife. But I got Gerber Strongarm kind of camo and black, and we got Gerber Strongarm black with orange. It's a Halloween knife. Well, you could stab people with it. So anyways, everybody, get yourself a good sharp knife that you can survive with, a ferro rod, and then, learn how to use it. Pick up a book. Tough for me, dyslexic guy, learning how to read in the apocalypse. We got time. Remember, everybody, keep your weapons loaded and your protein intake high. You're going to be all right, because you're surviving the apocalypse with Lou, and I'm surviving it with you. All right. Thanks now. Okay, bye. Bye. Get out of the lodge. Get out of the lodge. Go do something. All right, bye now. Hey everybody, I completely forgot. If you'd like to win one of these two knives, right there, go ahead and like the video, comment on the video, I would like the knife, or something such. Just let me know you want the knife. It just can't be a whole lot of people watching this video. And then share it if you can. I can't tell if you do that, but it would help. I don't know. I'm trying to have fun with this. But anyways, 2 Gerber Strongarms. I don't know what the hell they retail for now, but with the man hours put into these were made with love. They have to be worth tens of thousands of dollars, if not $90 total for everything involved in making it. But I would say tens of thousands because of the love and effort. All right, you guys are awesome. Like, comment, and just say you want the knife in the comments, and then I don't know how the internet works that well, but I'll message you or you message me if we figure out how we went. I don't know. I got to put names in a bucket too. I have no idea how the hell to do that. If you know how to do a random drawing better than that, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyways, just say you want the knife. I'll put all your names in a bucket. Maybe I'll pull them out on video. I don't know. And then if you trust the internet and I trust you, just give me an address to send the knife to. Although that sounds like I could get in trouble with the government if you stab somebody with it. You know what? It's your knife at that point. I write the thing. I'm going to say, it's your knife. Have fun. All right. I'm going to send you a knife. This is crazy. I don't know if that's good or not. All right. Hey, remember everybody, have a good week. Okay, bye. Here we go.